Brothers and sisters, there comes a time in life when you begin to question yourself. Am I not good enough? Why do people keep walking away? Why am I always left hurt and broken? Let me remind you today, you are not defined by the rejection of people. You are defined by the love and mercy of the one who created you. And when he has written for you someone who will cherish, respect and honor you, no force on this earth can stop that meeting from happening. Your worth is not determined by the people around you, by their opinions, or by the way they treat you. Too many times we find ourselves questioning who we are simply because someone rejected us, ignored us, or made us feel small. But let me tell you, the value of something is not decided by the blind man who cannot see it. Your value was already defined by the one who created you long before anyone else had an opinion about you. If people do not appreciate you, it does not reduce your worth in the sight of God. Imagine a diamond lying in the dirt. Even if someone kicks it aside, even if it gets covered in dust, its value remains exactly the same. It is still precious, still rare, still shining beneath the surface. That is you. The world may sometimes try to bury your light under rejection, insults, or abandonment, but in reality, your value has not decreased one bit. When you allow people's words to define you, you give them a power they do not deserve. Some will honor you today and dishonor you tomorrow. Some will clap for you when you succeed and turn their backs when you fail. If your identity is tied to their approval, you will live in constant confusion and pain. But if your identity is tied to God, then no rejection can break you and no insult can define you. God knows your heart better than you know yourself. He sees your struggles, your sincerity, your efforts, even when people overlook them. When others disregard you, the Almighty is the one who says, I have honored the children of Adam. That means your dignity is already written in His decree. You do not need to beg for scraps of attention or chase after those who belittle you. The moment you realize that your worth comes from God, you will walk with a different kind of confidence. You will no longer tolerate dishonor because you know your Creator has already valued you higher than the entire world. This realization sets you free, free from the chains of people's judgments, free from the prison of seeking validation, free to live as someone honored by God Himself. When you carry yourself with dignity, when you treat yourself with respect, and when you live in a way that pleases your Creator, you naturally attract people who value and honor you. Honor is like a mirror, it reflects back what you give up. If you live dishonorably, chasing attention, lowering your standards, and begging for recognition, you will end up surrounded by people who treat you the same way. But when you hold yourself with self-respect, when you value your principles, and when you refuse to compromise your faith, God places in your path those who see your worth and treat you accordingly. Think about it. Would a person who does not respect themselves ever be truly respected by others? The truth is, people notice how you carry yourself. If you honor yourself by avoiding what is shameful, by maintaining purity, by speaking kindly, and by living with integrity, then you send a silent message to the world about the standard you live by. Those who cannot respect that standard will drift away, while those who share it will be drawn towards you. Sometimes we think that attracting respect means demanding it from others. But real honor cannot be demanded, it is earned by the way you live. When you uphold honesty in your dealings, when you protect your dignity in private and public, when you treat others with fairness and kindness, people will naturally honor you. Even if some choose to mock or insult you, the weight of your character will eventually speak louder than their words. The Almighty Himself has promised that those who humble themselves for His sake, He will raise them in rank. That raising is not only in the hereafter but also in this world, through the hearts of people who love and respect you without you asking for it. True honor comes from Him and He places it in the hearts of others towards you when you live by His guidance. So carry yourself in a way that reflects your faith. Protect your dignity, avoid lowering yourself to every trend or desire, and keep your standards firm. The kind of people you attract will be a reflection of the way you carry yourself. And remember, the one who is meant for you will recognize that honor and will cherish it, because honor always finds its way to honor. Rejection is one of the hardest things to experience, yet often it carries the greatest hidden blessings. When someone walks away from your life, when a door closes, or when an opportunity slips through your fingers, you may feel pain, confusion, and even question your own worth. But in reality, rejection is not always a punishment. It is often protection from something you cannot yet see. The Almighty, in His infinite wisdom, removes certain people and situations from our lives because He knows they would harm us in ways we do not understand. Many times we beg for something to work out. We want a certain relationship, a certain job, or a certain opportunity so badly that when it does not happen, we feel devastated. But what we fail to realize is that God knows He knows what is hidden behind that smile, what challenges lie behind that door, what heartbreak would follow if He allowed that path to continue. Out of His mercy He closes it. The pain of rejection today may save you from a lifetime of regret tomorrow. Think about the times in your past when you felt heartbroken because something you wanted slipped away. At that moment you thought you would never recover, yet, with time you realized it was the best thing that ever happened to you. That person who left may have betrayed you late, that job you lost may have trapped you in stress and misery, that door that closed may have led to a dead end. Only after some distance did you realize what felt like rejection was actually God's way of saying, I love you too much to let you walk into harm. Rejection is often redirect. It pushes you away from what is not meant for you and guides you towards something far better. Instead of clinging to what God has removed, trust that His plan is wiser. He never takes without intending to replace with something better for your faith, your heart, and your future. So the next time you face rejection, remind yourself, it is not the end of your story, it is protection, it is mercy, it is love, from the one who knows what you do. And one day you will look back and thank Him for not giving you what you thought you wanted, because He had something greater waiting for you. Patience is one of the most powerful qualities you can hold on to when you are waiting for what God has destined for you. In moments of loneliness, heartbreak, or longing, it is very easy to lose hope and rush into situations that are not meant for you. But the truth is, everything valuable in life requires waiting, and the one who is meant for you will come to you at the right time, not a moment too soon and not a moment too late. When you plant a seed in the soil, you do not dig it up every day to see if it has grown. You water it, you nurture it, you wait patiently, because you trust that growth takes time. In the same way, relationships, blessings, and the right people in your life require patience. The Almighty has already written your story, and no amount of rushing will bring what is meant for you any earlier than He decreed. To be impatient is like questioning the wisdom of the author of your life. Patience is not simply waiting, it is waiting with truth. It is telling yourself that even though today may feel empty, tomorrow holds the promise of something better. It is choosing not to settle for less just because you are tired of being alone. Too many people rush into the wrong hands because they could not bear to wait. They trade a few moments of companionship for years of regret. But those who remain patient, those who rely on God's timing, are gifted with relationships that bring peace, respect, and lasting happiness. There will be days when your patience feels heavy. You will wonder, why not now? Why does everyone else seem to have what I am asking for? But remember, comparison is the thief of peace. Your journey is unique. Your timeline is different. The one who created you knows exactly when your heart is ready and when the right person is prepared for you. If He delays, it is only because He wants to give you something more complete, more stable, and more blessed. So embrace patience as part of the process. Don't see it as a punishment but as preparation. Every moment you wait with faith is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more deserving of what's coming. And when the time arrives, you will look back and realize that the wait was not wasted. It was necessary for you to receive the best of what God had planned. True love is not just about feelings, emotions, or fleeting words. It is built upon a foundation of respect. Without respect, love cannot survive. Respect is what protects love from turning into control, from becoming abusive, or from fading away when challenges arise. When someone truly loves you, they will honor you, they will value your voice, and they will treat you with dignity both in public and in private. Words of love may be easy to say, but respect is proven through consistent action. It shows in the way someone listens to you, the way they protect your honor, the way they never belittle you or make you feel small. True love is not about constant flattery, it is about never crossing the boundaries that would cause you. It is about standing by you in your weakest moments, not just enjoying your presence in your strongest ones. Respect also means recognizing your worth, as a human being, as a believer, as someone created by God with dignity. The one who truly loves you will never push you to compromise your faith or your values. Instead, they will encourage you to grow closer to your Creator. They will see your dreams as important, your struggles as real, and your voice as worth listening to. That is the essence of love, where two people lift each other up, instead of dragging each other down. So many people confuse attachment or desire with love, but attachment without respect often leads to pain. You can be loved passionately by someone who does not respect you, and that love will soon turn toxic. But even a quiet, steady love that is rooted in respect will last a lifetime, because it is built on trust, safety, and dignity. When respect is present, love deepens with time instead of fade. The Almighty tells us that He placed love and mercy between the hearts of spouses. That mercy is expressed through respect, treating each other with kindness, forgiving shortcomings, and valuing one another. When you see couples who endure through hardships with grace, it is not because they never disagreed, but because they never lost respect for one another. True love will never strip you of your honor. It will preserve it. It will not silence you. It will give you a voice. And when God sends you the one who honors you, you will realize that love without respect was never love at all. Trusting God's promise is one of the most comforting and powerful steps you can take in your journey through life. There are moments when everything feels uncertain, when your heart aches because what you hoped for has not yet come, and when it seems like your prayers are going unanswered. But in reality, no prayer goes unheard, no tear falls unnoticed, and no effort is wasted in the sight of the Almighty. His promise is clear. He does not abandon those who place their trust in him. When you rely on people, disappointment is inevitable because people are limited. They may forget, they may change, they may fail to keep their word. But when you rely on God, you are relying on the one whose knowledge is perfect, whose wisdom never fails, and whose mercy is greater than anything you can imagine. Trusting his promise means believing that what he has written for you will come to you at the right time, in the best way, even if the path towards it feels long and painful. Every delay has wisdom. Every unanswered request is either a redirection or a replacement with something better. The Almighty does not withhold out of cruelty, he withholds out of mercy. Sometimes what you want desperately may not serve your future, your faith, or your peace. So he closes that door to protect you, and he opens another when the time is right. That is his promise to never burden a soul beyond what it can bear, and to always grant relief after hardship. Trusting God's promise also means letting go of control. You do your best, you make your effort, you pray sincerely, but you do not dictate the outcome. You understand that your knowledge is limited, but his is complete. Even when everything seems to be falling apart, his plan is still unfolding perfect. The person he has destined for you, the opportunities meant for you, the happiness written for you, none of it can miss you if you continue to place your trust in him. So keep walking with faith. Remind yourself that the one who created your heart knows exactly what it longs for, and he has promised never to abandon you. Trust his timing, trust his wisdom, and trust that when the right moment arrives, his promise will manifest in ways far greater than what you ever prayed for. Now that all 6 keynotes have been expanded into 400 words each, would you like me to assemble them into one seamless, 12-14-minute full speech, with an introduction and closing? My beloved brothers and sisters, remember this: your worth is defined by God, not by people. When others fail to see your value, when they walk away or mistreat you, know that it does not reduce who you are in the sight of the Almighty. Carry yourself with honor, and you will attract honor. When someone rejects you, see it as God's way of protecting you from harm and redirecting you towards something better. Yes, the waiting may be long and the loneliness may be heavy, but patience is part of the process. Every moment you endure with trust is preparing you for a future filled with goodness. And when love finally comes your way, know that it must be rooted in respect, because without respect, there is no true love. Above all, keep trusting God's promise. He has never abandoned you, and he never will. So walk forward with your head held high. Do not let rejection, disrespect, or delays break your spirit. Believe that the Almighty knows your heart, he hears your prayers, and he has already written the perfect timing for your blessing. And when the day arrives, you will see with your own eyes. God will send the one who honors you, cherishes you, and walks with you in goodness, someone who will be a blessing in this world, and a source of joy in the hereafter.